to a certain extent, all of us possess narcissistic traits.
So today we have Aishwarya Iyer.
You can't just call every toxic person that you see as a narcissist.
What may be good for you and me might not be good for somebody else, and they might call us toxic. Now the lingos are used and thrown so much that it's become an everyday life, like the weather is depressed.
What therapy used to be earlier, like now, because those terms are overused, it's now because they're like, oh yeah, I saw that on the reel, or I saw this on social media, or yeah, this is.
But now the common people, have become therapists because they know certain terms. But mostly people don't know what's DSM. It's basically you and I, or the mental health professionals, know what's DSM.
I feel this much. Oh no, but I need to love myself more, or I need to do this better. I need to fix this about myself. That, it becomes like an obsession almost, and it's not healthy. We're not meant to be perfect. You can't fix. There's nothing to fix. You can't fix everything about yourself. It's normal once in a while to feel sad. It's nothing to be like, yeah, I have this issue, I have this issue. It's part of life.
And sad and depression used a lot.
Sadness is not depression, first of all. It is a part of depression. And also, even people that are depressed, they have a lot of happy moments as well. So, I mean, the people that are struggling, in fact, workers every single day, they're the ones that have more severe issues day-to-day lives. They're underpaid for the amount of work that they're doing. Not everyone has the same experiences that you had. I actually tell people this all the time, clients all the time. What does one person look like for you?
Oh, please, Pritika. Well, you can call it OP square. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Oh, please, Pritika. And today we have another guest, and I'm very excited to meet her and know many things about her. But as I always say, that it's better that the guest give their introduction, because that would, make the audience know her better. So today we have Aishwarya Iyer. So hello, Aishwarya. Great to have you on the podcast, and would love to know more about you. So the floor is all yours.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. And I'm so happy to be here. Okay. I'll keep this as crisp as possible. Okay, so I'm an author. I'm a writer. I'm a trauma and resilience coach. I'm also an entrepreneur, and I have my own podcast as well. But so I am a founder. I'm a CEO. I run a mental health sort of an institute slash education platform. I think would be a good way to frame it. And yeah, I'm super excited to be here.
Oh wow, that's a lot of things that you're doing. So where in particular are you located?
I'm in Bombay, Juhu specifically.
Oh, okay, that's great. So I would like to know more, and even my followers and audiences would like to know more. So I would ask you, what do you think is the most misunderstood aspect of the stigmatized disorders like narcissism and psychopathy?
Okay, so I'm not disputing the fact that yes, people that are diagnosed with these disorders usually tend to hurt people. They obviously have certain instincts, but when you look at television and you look at these movies, and they're like pathologized as these evil people. They're not all evil. A narcissist or a psychopath. Not all of them. I'm not saying some of them do, but not all of them wake up and decide, yeah, today I'm gonna go and hurt this person. They're not planning that. They're not all trying to hurt you. It's all subconscious behavior. They don't always mean to hurt you. They're just trying to defend themselves. It's an ego-based game, and not all of them are out to get you. So I do think that a better way to function would be to try and understand where they're coming from. They also have a disorder. So you don't tell someone with a fever to go run a marathon, right? So the same way, I think these people struggle with empathy. So I think instead of stigmatizing and calling them evil, I think there are better ways to guide them and help them out instead of being like, yes, you're not capable of empathy. They know that that's the disorder. That's that they struggle with it. So you can't really expect them to, do what people that are neurotypicals would do. They are neurodivergent. So yeah, I think the biggest myth would be that they're evil. Some of them are. I'm not saying they are all are not, but not all of them are evil.
But many nowadays people know a lot of mental health, basically awareness through social media,
Mhm.
and anybody and everybody they call you are a narcissist, you are a
Exactly.
psychopath. I
Mhm.
mean, what do you have to say for that?
I think, look, to a certain extent, all of us possess narcissistic traits, right? And it's completely normal. And of course, some people are on a higher scale, but just because someone's avoidant, commitment phobic, toxic, even has any of those tendencies, does not qualify them to have narcissistic personality disorder. That's a very serious accusation to put on someone, right? I think better terms would be, yes, my ex-partner is slightly had narcissistic tendencies would be a better way to frame it. But calling them a narcissist just because they're toxic is not the right way to go. Because I mean, you have to look at the DSM and be like, yeah, this is what's happening, right? They have
Yeah,
to actually have the disorder. You can't just call every toxic person that you see as a narcissist. And I'm sure at some point we all have tendencies here and there where we
yeah,
also, you know, aren't perfect either. And I don't really think it's always helping calling people that hurt you a narcissist, because then you stop taking accountability of what role you're playing in that relationship in allowing someone to treat you in that manner.
yeah. And I do agree with this toxic, like it's used a lot.
Mhm.
What may be good for you and me might not be good for somebody else, and they might call us toxic. So,
Exactly.
it's very subjective term,
Yeah.
because like someone really likes a guy,
Hmm.
and they are very good as a couple, but some outsider would say they are a toxic couple.
Yeah, exactly. They don't know what's happening inside. So
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, now the lingos are used and thrown so much that it's become an everyday life. Like the weather is depressed, or all these things they keep on saying.
and I think what's happening is because it's being so overused, like the therapy lingo, that I think people like you and me are actually struggling because these words are being so overused and misused that I think what therapy used to be earlier, like now, because those terms are overused, we have to like completely reframe how we are, talking to clients now, because they're like, oh yeah, I saw that on the reel, or I saw this on social media, or yeah, this is
Correct.
yeah. So I don't think it's helping if I'm
Yeah,
being.
actually, even now the common people,
Hmm.
have become therapists because they know certain terms, but they don't know the DSM says that these symptoms have to be consistent. How many symptoms have to be there? They don't know about that. Mostly people don't know what's DSM. It's basically you and I or the mental health professionals know what's DSM.
Exactly.
So, how do you think societal expectations and pressures contribute to mental health stigma? And what can we do to shift these narratives?
I think there's a societal expectation for um, everyone to be perfect, because I think while self development is obviously encouraged, good, should happen, you know, it's never enough. You always are trying to find some sort of issue in yourself to fix. It's never enough. Like, I heal this much. Oh no, but I need to love myself more, or I need to do this better. I need to fix this about myself. That becomes, it becomes like an obsession almost. And it's not healthy. We're not meant to be perfect, and you can't fix. There's nothing to fix. You can't fix everything about yourself. And I think it's almost as if, pharmaceuticals is almost profiting out of your misery. Like, you're like, oh, you have this problem, now go fix it. Go, medication for that, medication for this. And it's normal once in a while to feel sad. It's nothing to
Yeah,
be like, yeah, I have this issue, I have that issue. It's a part of life. So I think, yeah, I don't think the obsession with fixing yourselves all the time is helpful.
Yeah, like I remember one of my previous ex-colleagues said,
Hmm.
when I was having this workload and I wanted to finish it and all, like, chill, go with the flow. Why do you want to be in that hyper vigilant way that I want to finish all these things and all? See, when you go with the flow, it is going to get solved by itself. So,
Exactly.
and you won't believe, before my work time got over, things came into place, it got solved, and I heard his advice. So it was really helpful at that point.
Right.
So, but yeah, again, sad and depression used a lot.
Oh
Like,
God. Oh my God. It's really bad because sadness is not depression. First of all, it is a part of depression, and
yeah,
also even people that are depressed, they have a lot of happy moments as well. So I think it's just classifying as we all feel sad from time to time. Even the happiest, most content people feel sad from time to time. So I think if it's persistent, yes, perhaps there's something that you must consider, but you can't put the two together. Like depression is a very serious, state to
yes,
be in. So
yeah.
yeah, you being sad doesn't mean you're depressed. Yeah.
uh, as we're talking about it, I wanted to quote, I wouldn't tell the celebrity name, but once a celebrity said that depression is a luxury. Yeah, said that depression is a luxury and it is only it only comes to the elite.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that depression is luxury. It only comes to the elite. And I was so furious. I was like, what are you talking about?
I'm sure this is a Bollywood celebrity because half the
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
I I've heard so much crap from that industry. I'm just like, what? They weren't
yeah.
joking. This was serious.
It was serious. And, then many people trolled that person and all that, what are you trying to say? How can you say that? Maybe the common man doesn't know that he or she is depressed. That is why they don't come out.
Mhm.
And the other who are famous or something, they come out. But that doesn't mean you say that it's only of the elite.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the people that are struggling, in fact, workers every single day, they're the ones that have more severe issues day to day lives. They're underpaid for the amount of work that they're doing. So,
Correct.
in
Yeah.
fact, the elite is benefiting. It's
Yes.
rich when
Yes.
you compare to people that are, in the
And
lower class of
as you and I are India, you know that the elite can afford mental health. They
exactly,
can go for it. While those people are on the lower poverty line, they cannot afford because it's expensive. So they don't come out in the open because again, they come from certain stratas of society where the stigma is very much
exactly,
compared to the elite.
exactly. I still can't believe. I think counseling psychologists, I don't think are qualified as actual psychologists in India still. I think only clinical psychologists are, right?
Right now, as the drafts have come in, they're even saying that the PhD, those who have done PhD, will be considered psychologists, and the others who have done their masters will be known as behavior analysts or mental health supporters and all that.
Ah, okay, but not enough. Not enough.
Yeah, that's what.
Not enough.
So, how do you believe art and psychology can be combined to create safe and inclusive community spaces?
Oh my God, art is so important. I mean, art changes people. Art moves people. I mean, even in my own personal life, be it paintings or music or even video games, for that example, they've changed me. They've shaped me. They shape everyone. And I mean, art therapy exists for a reason. And I think art brings people together. People connect to each other through art. And also, art is all about creation, right? And creation is all about expression. And expression is what is really helping people heal, because when you keep everything inside of yourself, it's not really helping. When you express, when you communicate, when you're in any form, that's when you're letting it all out, you're healing yourself, and you're obviously healing other people because they're connecting with your art. So I think art is everything.
Yeah, and also music, as you said, music is really helpful. Well,
Exactly.
and as you are an author, and even I am an author, I have written 5 books too. So I would reading does also help. It removes the overthinking. I have noticed, when I read, I don't think about anything. I'm just engrossed in that part. Like, okay, I'm reading this.
Exactly. Like it's it's like you escape into a whole another world, you know.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, can you walk us through your process for creating content with individuals who have been diagnosed with stigmatized disorders?
Okay, so the first thing I do is I obviously don't have the disorder, right? So I come in with curiosity and not judgment. And I give them the floor to really talk about what they really feel without sort of making them feel like what they're feeling is not morally correct. So even if they're feeling like their thoughts are dark, they're allowed to be dark, you know. And I like hearing their perspectives. And actually, when you hear them, it's not that dark. It's actually very human. Some of the things that they say, and you know, I was talking to one of the people I worked with before, and they were talking about how they've really hurt certain people, and they're very narcissistic. But when they really got onto why they're doing it, all they said was like, "Yeah, I don't think very highly of myself. I think I'm a bad person." So there was so much of humanness in that I think it's been easy because they're just people in the end of the day, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Like, something like even body shaming, people do it.
Oh
But
God.
I feel the people, the people who body shame somebody else, the victim, the you can say the accused or whatever, those people actually they are insecure in themselves.
Exactly.
That is why they do it on somebody else.
Mhm.
So basically, the people who do the body shaming, the accused, you can say, they are the weak people. If many people come and gather and say you're wrong,
Mhm.
they might be very weak and they will start crying. At that point of time.
Exactly. They're gonna get defensive, in fact. So it's
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, so I think the best way is actually to go and heal the person that is body shaming. That way, you're already preventing other people from being body shamed. You know.
Yeah, exactly,
Right.
exactly. Yeah. So, what role do you think empathy plays in dismantling stigma around mental health? And how can you cultivate more empathy in our daily lives?
I think. I mean, this is a hard one for a lot of people. I mean, we obviously all have empathy in us. That's just the humanness of us. But um, not everyone has the same experiences that you had. They've lived a different life. They've had different struggles. And not everyone sees life through your perspective, and they have had a different background, different things to deal with, and just because they look at life a different way than you do doesn't mean they're wrong. It's just their perspective. So I think even if it doesn't, I think people often confuse empathy is equal to forgiveness for abuse. Sometimes I also see that happening. So you can simply understand why they're doing what they're doing. Um, put yourself in that position and be like, yeah, I understand where this person's coming from, while also being like, but that doesn't mean I would let this person hurt me, but I understand where you're coming from, would be where you draw the line. I think that would be empathy. Because empathy goes both way, right? Empathy for yourself as well as empathy for the other person. So
Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah. So, what advice would you give to someone looking to start a career in mental health education or advocacy?
okay, so I think it sounds so silly, but really sit down with yourself and ask, why are you doing this? Because if you're here to make money, please, I think there's a much better career to go choose. You know, yeah, like just because you're obsessed with certain, I know a lot of people that pursue psychology because they really love listening to like like watching crime documentaries, and I would say that's not
Yeah,
good enough a reason to really pursue psychology. You might like psychology, but that's very different. You have to be here because you want to help people. That should be what fuels you. And if that's not what's fueling you, if you're not here to connect with people and you're just here to like make money and just mint off of people, obviously we all need to make money. I'm not saying that, but we all do make money. But if the primary reason has to be that you have joy in helping people, that you want people to heal. But if that's not what your goal is, don't pursue psychology. And second of all, I would say that mental health is evolving every single day. Research is evolving every single day. So keep learning all the time. I don't know so much, and every single day, the more I read, the more I listen to, it's not enough. So keep educating yourself more and more and more and more. And yeah, just follow your passion.
As you said about the money part,
Mm,
I heard this. Again, I heard this on a reel when people asked psychology students from a prominent university that
mm,
after you finish your post grad, how much you're going to earn.
mm.
And that, I don't know, she was in a delusion or what. She said, I would be earning 2 lakhs per month. I was like, okay, this is something new because at the starting, you're not going to get that much at all.
Even touching, I think that's something that you get even much, much higher.
Eventually, yes,
Eventually. That's
yes.
a very long shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
no.
this is and what you said, right? Many, and I won't say everybody, but there are many who come into the field thinking that they'll earn a lot of money
Mhm.
because the COVID time people were earning.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is the point.
yeah.
Yeah. So they feel that, oh, I've heard new psychologists who have just finished post grad that, ma'am, I want to at least earn 50,000 per month. I was like, what the heck, you cannot earn 50,000 per month. You maybe have to do a lot of jobs to
Mhm.
get that, but maybe your stable income at that point won't be 50,000 per month at the starting, at least.
At least not just through counseling and such things. Like you need to finish. I mean, unless you're doing marketing and this and that, yeah, perhaps you can combine all everything and get 50K. But
Yeah.
it's impossible at that point of time to get
And
50K.
probably in India, where people are still trying to know things to get that much money, it's not that easy.
Not easy at all.
I remember one of my colleagues said, yeah, our lives are very glamorous, but there's no glamour in it.
Yeah. Oh God, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. So,
Particularly.
I mean, have you come across like that, that people, feel excited that there's a lot of money in this? Like, we get a lot of money, or people might have told you, oh, psychologists are quite rich and, stylish, and because they see the English movies like that. So, have you come across like that?
Yeah, I think that's why people join. And I also think a lot of people confuse psychiatry with psychology. Like, they first of all don't understand the whole difference of counseling versus psychologist versus psychiatrist. So everything is
Yes,
just fun for them, right? And
right.
obviously, psychiatrists are going to make more money because they are medical students. That's a very different thing altogether. So
Exactly,
the money
exactly.
making part of psychology is the pharmaceuticals again. It's not
Yes,
like the
yes,
people that
yes.
are engaging in talk therapy or schema therapy or CBT, DBT, anything. They are not the ones that are making money. The people that are prescribing your anxiety medications are the ones that are making money.
Because again, as I want to add, Indians for that sake love medicines rather than talk or any art or something.
Yeah.
So their first step will go to a psychiatrist, then they will go for therapy. While if you see in the Western countries, they will go for therapy and then psychiatry. But in India, it's the opposite. I have nothing. I mean, psychiatrists also, they work really hard. And, and it's really nice on the psychiatrist part to say that go for therapy because that's also important. But yes, people don't know the concept that who to approach first, what to do. And, when I've heard some psychiatrist friends tell me that when I tell a client, go for therapy, or, go to Dr. Pritika, she's a psychologist. Like, for what? I'm doing my medicines, right? I'm having my medicines. I'll get all right.
How does that? How they want quick fixes? They just want some
Yes.
one pill and that's it. They don't want to take the effort to
Yeah.
actually be vulnerable. And someone's literally offering and saying, "Yes, this is the person. There's a reference I'm giving you. Go to the person." They're like, "No, I don't want. Too much effort."
Yeah. And also, I remember someone even told this to my another friend who's a psychologist. She was charging about 800 rupees.
Hmm.
And that person said, for what 800? For 1 hour, you're just talking to me or doing some activities. But then I told her, why didn't you tell her that when you go to, physical doctor or a GP, general practitioners, or your family doctor, for just 20 minutes, you pay 800 rupees.
Not even 20 minutes. Sometimes you go, you tell them you have a cold, they give you in 2 minutes. They just quickly be like, yeah, you have a cold, here's a prescription, go. They don't even give you the medication. You have to go and
Exact.
buy that from outside.
Yeah. Yes, that's what.
You don't think twice then. This person's taking out time and talking to you for an entire hour. They're listening to you. They're giving you activities to do post this. And you think
Yes.
it's such a big deal.
Not only that, Aishwarya, I have seen for training programs, if you just put, maybe 99 rupees or 199 rupees, you
Hmm.
know what they say? For what? Just for 2 hours? For 1 hour? Why are you even charging? Do it free. Arey, but I use the internet. I'm giving you activities.
I and how exactly are we supposed to then eat our food as well? Then I'm just trying to understand that.
Because they feel, oh, no, they feel the psychologists who come into the field are from the elite class. Oh God, who told you all that?
Exactly. We also need to we need to eat food as well. And yes, we're
Yeah.
here to help, but
This is like telling Shah Rukh Khan, you don't charge for your fee, you just come and do the acting. What will you eat?
they won't tell Shahrukh Khan that.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, they'll never tell Shahrukh Khan.
Uh, no, that they would be telling him in the starting of his career. Now they will not dare to say that because obviously he will give an answer.
Which they will listen to, but if we say the same thing, they will not listen.
Yeah, they will tell us you're rude. They will put it up on LinkedIn that this psychologist was like this. There will be bad reviews, everything for us. So, what role do you think self-care plays in maintaining mental well-being, especially for those working in high-stress fields like mental health fields, IT professionals? What is your take on it?
I mean, self care is the most important thing. You can't pour from an empty cup. You have, if you really even want to take care of other people, you have to have a cup full so you can pour it to other people's cups. I mean, there's a reason when you're on the aircraft and when things are crashing, you're supposed to take care of yourself first, then you have the person next to you, right?
Exactly.
And self care is, I mean, it is so important. I think it's go treat yourself, take care of yourself. That is so important. You've been gifted this body, you've been gifted uh, the the experience of life. Take care of yourself. You owe that to yourself. And obviously take care of other people, but that's not possible if you don't take care of yourself. I can't help someone with who is sick if I'm sick myself. I need to be able to be functioning to take care of someone who's sick. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you put it so well. That's really nice. So, what advice would you give to someone struggling with trauma? You know, and many people do. There are childhood trauma, or growing up, they suffer from trauma. So, what advice would you give them?
it's very simple. And I actually tell people this all the time, clients all the time. What does 1% look like for you? So what happens is I think we tend to aim very big. For example, let's take a breakup. For example, I will get over this person by tomorrow. I'm done, or I want to lose 50 pounds next week. It's not possible. You need to start because you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for disappointment, and I think what does 1% look like for you? It could simply be an evening walk. It could simply be washing your dishes, and uh, whatever 1% looks like for you that day, do 1%. That's it. Because then you feel like you did something. Otherwise, you're just setting yourself up for failure. So if 1% simply looks like getting out of bed and just folding your bed sheet today, do that.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, yeah. That's great. That's great. So, what message do you hope people take away from your work, and how can listeners support the important mission of reframing you?
I think the community I've built through Reframing You has been full of stigmatized people on purpose. So I think anyone who comes here or you know knows about reframing you, my only thing is please understand that we all are here as a community and we're all here to love each other. Like, there is no point fighting amongst ourselves saying, oh, you're the bad guy, or I'm the bad guy, or this is the problem, or that's the problem. We all need to help each other out. We're not here to fight each other. We all have our own battles. We're already struggling enough. There is no reason to pile on more crap onto that. And if there's any way that two people can help each other, even if it's coming from very different disorders or very different backgrounds, I don't think hating is really helping. So we all need to come
Yeah,
together and help each other out.
yeah, that's right. I do agree. So, looking ahead, what are some exciting projects or initiatives on the horizon for reframing you, and how can listeners get involved or support your mission?
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, obviously there are a lot of few podcast episodes coming up, but mainly Reframing You is becoming an online institute. So we'll be having a lot of self-paced modules and things to learn where you can do your own self-paced courses on mental health and educate yourself. I think and I've been doing it for free for the past like 2 3 years. So everything that I've provided has been free so far. So I think the best way to support would be to attend events, to follow us on social media platforms. You can just stay updated. That would be good enough. Just following us on social media platforms and just engaging and being in the community would be good enough.
Yeah, so I will be putting Aishwarya's, Instagram handles and all the things that she does on the in the description, so they can follow you and can read your book also, as you are an author. So read
Oh,
your book.
it's so sweet.
Yeah.
And I'm
So,
excited to read your.
oh yeah, sure. I will do share it with you.
Yeah, thank you.
So, we are coming to the fun part now. That is the rapid fire round. So
Okay.
it's a short one, but it's fun. So, would you rather have a pet dragon or a pet dinosaur?
Ooh. Well, dragon sounds fancy because they emit fire, but I think dinosaurs are cute. So maybe dinosaur. I don't
Okay.
know.
So, what do you prefer, coffee or tea?
Having coffee right now.
Okay. So, if you could teleport anywhere right now, where would you go?
Um, See, I can be silly and say, actually, I would say Maldives. Maldives is like a very nice place. I really love Maldives a lot. It's always fun. But then why would I go and teleport if I can take a? I think maybe the moon. Let's do something more interesting. The moon, yeah, yeah, that would
Okay,
be
that's great. That's great. So, would you rather have a spontaneous road trip or a
good.
relaxing staycation?
Um, Although in the head the road trip sounds whatever, I like a staycation. I love to be at peace, and I would love. I don't have to suffer and go use a restroom in the middle of the road. That's as women, it's hard. I prefer a staycation. I just want to relax. Yeah, that sounds nice.
Okay, and the last one, Mumbai or Delhi?
I know. See, I'm losing out. I'm gonna lose out on. I'm sorry, Bombay all the way. I want to be able to step out after 7 o'clock. I'm sorry,
Yes.
people from Delhi. I want to be able to step out after 7 without having to carry a stick or pepper spray. I
Yeah.
do love Delhi's roads compared to Bombay's. It doesn't stink as much. I will say that. I will give you all that. Delhi
Yeah.
has better restaurants and bars and all of those things, but I am as a woman, I would like to step out after 7 o'clock. Sorry.
So you did quite well, Aishwarya. You answered it very nicely. And yeah, before we wrap it up, do you have any questions for me?
I am very curious about this podcast itself, like what you're doing. You seem like a wonderful human being. And how long have you been doing this? Like I've seen so many podcast episodes. Like you really collaborate with a lot of people and
Yeah, so we
do
started
something.
out, recordings from May, but it came out
Mm-hmm.
in June. So it's probably this year we started it because, we wanted to bring different walks of life, people from, different fields and professions, age, and, the Gen Z, or probably coming forth the Gen Alpha to talk about their perspective. So, yeah. So, this is something, and as you mentioned in the podcast also, that you need to come to know different people's perspective. So, podcast helps other people to understand what they are thinking, what are their thoughts, and probably
Mm-hmm.
it inspires others and motivates them also.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I really love what you're doing. Like you seem amazing. Like thank you for doing what you do.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for coming for the podcast. I know, we have been delaying it a lot, but finally we made it.
And it was so worth it. It was so worth it.
Yeah.
I
So
love it.
again, thank you so much, and it was great having you. And also, the viewers, stay tuned. We are going to come with a new guest from a different walk of life and
Yay.
giving you a more information. Yeah.
Sounds amazing.